Welcome to northwestern France, where it rains a lot. But this isn't the usual countryside drizzle. The ground is saturated, the soil is waterlogged, and the drains are overwhelmed. Our basement is paying the price, and now we're seeing signs in other parts of the chateau. Don't fall out. I'm not sure how to describe this week other than chaotic and pretty exhausting. While I was in the US, Lincoln had a friend come over to check a leak we suspected was coming from the chimney. It began when the heavy rain started. This is the damage in our daughter's room and in our guest room.
Part of the problem is just that there's been so much rain that everything is completely saturated and water is finding its way through places that normally it doesn't get to, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think like mortar kind of absorbs
Yeah. A certain amount of it gets absorbed. Plus, we've got the wind, like last night, the wind was coming from the north. Yeah, we kind of concluded that the water is getting into the flues and probably getting saturated into the soot that's there and then working its way through the wall.
Yeah, because you can smell.
You can smell it in both rooms.
It's like
Sooty.
soot water.
Yeah.
So we need to basically have somebody make us a couple of big chimney caps.
We got to figure that out because that's a big job.
That's a huge job. It's just kind of everything's come at us, and this weather is just, man, it's so bad, and everything is wet, and I can't keep the inside floors clean because you're coming from mud into the house. That's why I'll be so happy to have a mud room in our new kitchen, just so the rest of the house stays nice and clean. Because right now, it's not that easy with the dogs. I'm sure everybody else in Europe is experiencing the same thing with flooding.
Now the south of France is really bad, and people have died.
Power's out to a quarter of the chateau.
I've unplugged everything I could from the outlets that were dead. The breaker still won't go on.
So we're thinking maybe it's something from the exterior.
Through the wall and got to the wires to the outlet.
And I was thinking last night before I went to bed, gosh, I hope we don't have a fire. Because these are the things I think about before I go to bed.
Well, see, our circuit breakers work.
I know, I'm happy to learn that. That made me really happy. Coming in. So it's the breaker. What kind of black magic did you do to get this working?
Well, I turned off the circuit breaker for the whole house. And then figured I'd turn that one on, then turn the house back on and see if it tripped again. And it wouldn't even turn on with no power. So that told me it was broken.
Okay.
It was the actual switch.
So is this just a weird, stupid coincidence that it happened when we're flooded and there's no heat?
Yes.
So now what do? We have to replace the breaker. We just get a new...
No, I switched it out with another one that we don't use anyway. It was for something in the kitchen that isn't connected to anything.
Good job, because we were driving ourselves nuts walking around the whole chateau, like plugging stuff in and trying to figure out where it came from, so.
Yeah, so glad I didn't do too much other, stupid work before I figured that part out.
Yeah, we still don't have heat, but we're okay for today with the space heaters, and I did light a fire. Renovating a 19th century chateau requires patience, strategy, and emotional resilience. But sometimes my brain just wants to have some fun, and that's how I ended up playing Matchmasters, the sponsor of our video today. At first, it looks like a classic Match 3 game, but the best part is being able to play head-to-head against random players around the world. You can also challenge your husband like I did. The goal isn't just matching colors, it's being smarter than your opponent. You've got boosters, power-ups, different game modes, and you have to think ahead. Kind of like chess, but more colorful and less confusing. And something I genuinely appreciate, there are no ads, nothing interrupting me mid-game. Plus, it's completely free to download and play. Matchmasters has become my evening alternative to doom scrolling. You can play against people around the world or challenge friends and family. If you download Matchmasters using our link below or by scanning the QR code on the screen, you'll get an exclusive starter pack with endgame rewards to boost you right away. So go ahead and download Matchmasters using our special link and come play with me. Just know I've been practicing. Thanks, Matchmasters.
It's going down.
I can see. Is everything ruined?
Well, no, but I mean, anything that was on the floor that could be ruined, could be ruined. And we could tell that the heat was off because the house was getting cold. So I came down, checked the boiler, it was off, tried to restart it, and electrically it's fine. But, you know, it has a big thing that's basically like a big cigarette lighter that shoots out a flame, and that started, or it was trying to start. So I think it's that whatever's down there got wet. So I'm hoping once the water gets lower, it will.
Oh no!
When I run it, it can dry itself out. You know.
Coming in. Oh! I'm in my pajamas, and I just realized
your boot has a leak.
My boot has a effing hole. These are the worst boots. Hunter boots. They're horrible. They're like
old school. They're just rubber, right? These are like neoprene or something.
We need the neoprene boots.
I think that's what.
So my boots are slowly filling up with water.
You've had a few pairs of those.
I've gone through 3 pairs of Hunters, and I should have learned my lesson. But now my foot is totally drenched, and I might as well fill the boots up. I just want to check what's happening here. It's a cluster. Yep, my feet are having a nice cold ice bath.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, it's gross. I bought this pointer. Do you like it? So this is a big mess.
Yes.
Okay, so we're day 3, no heat.
Right.
Fortunately, it hasn't been
Cold.
super cold. I mean, at night, the temperatures always drop. But we have space heaters and we cuddle with cats, and that seems to keep us warm.
The cats cuddle with us.
I FaceTimed our girls last night. I'm like, thank goodness you're not here. Not fun. So you're hoping that now that the water has receded, the boiler might go on?
The water was around this level. I don't know if it ever actually got up to this piece, but it's an electrical piece. It's a capacitor. So my first thought was, okay, that's probably the likely culprit. And I did some research. I found out that it's not likely this, it's more likely this, which is the control box. And this is expensive. This is 300 something euros. Probably whatever water got into the wires or on the wires sort of wicked its way up. And
oh, I see.
Sort of just corroded some connections.
Think it shorted stuff out or something?
No, well, it didn't short. Well, I guess you could say it shorted. I mean, or it made the connections not be connected. Well, I've been pumping since a day ago, I think. That's when it started going down. It wasn't going to go anywhere until we pumped it out.
Oh, I know. So where is the pump?
It's in...
You put it in this...
It's over in that drain area.
So this is like a weird door that goes beneath the earth, correct?
Right. They built a tunnel there to be a water drain, and it goes very far because I had to snake it once before. The last time the basement flooded, that was clogged, and I was able to
Clear the clog.
that is attached to this. You see these metal grates? That's the sump, I guess you call it. It's a channel that's lower that's going to fill with water first, and it all goes out there. There's always going to be some moisture.
Sure.
But when it gets up above that, that's a problem. That's why it's there. And the level of where the tunnel is a little bit lower than the level of the floor.
That's maybe
That's
6 inches
yeah.
deep in there. Well, there's
Just
still
barely
water
made it.
coming out.
We'll just let it keep going until it stops.
So do you think we should try the boiler?
Well, the thing I read was, since it's an expensive part, the control unit, it's possible that it just got wet and needs to be dried out. Needs to just not be wet for a while.
Didn't you go to Leroy Merlin yesterday to get a part, like a key or something?
Oh no, that was for here. That was to take the front off of the boiler, just to look at the inside to see if it had gotten
And did
wet
you get
in
the
there.
proper key?
Yeah, I got it off, and the inside of the chamber, whatever it is, where all the heat happens, hadn't gotten wet.
Oh, okay.
But I was having a problem where when I turned it on, this is the starter or whatever it's called. It's basically like a big flame that comes out.
A flamethrower. Yeah. That's what it sounds like when the boiler goes on. It's really loud.
It would just start, it wouldn't ignite. There was no flame. So I've let it sit for quite a while, and I'm hoping it starts. Otherwise, we have to spend 300 something euros. And they're not made anymore, by the way. They're still available online, but the company that makes them went out of business years ago.
So how do you turn it on?
Well, I have it turned off at the circuit breaker, so I didn't electrocute myself.
All right.
I'll turn that on. And then the power switch. So that would just keep going and going and going. And we'll see if it ignites.
Oh boy. How long does it take?
Usually like 10 seconds or so.
Oh!
Ooh!
So it worked.
Yay!
We have heat.
Awesome.
Wow. So, I mean, it is loud, isn't it?
Yeah. I could put the front on.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you think it's good to put it on, or do we leave it dry out? I guess it's better covered.
I think it's okay if it's dry enough. There.
That's good news.
Excellent.
All right, so we're in the dining room. We have a major leak. This is from upstairs. It's just coming right here in between the wood, and it's just everything is saturated. Thankfully, the plaster isn't getting damaged. It's just this wood section. And this is just accumulated in the past 5 minutes, and it's pouring out. This is the amount of water that has been coming down from above, which is where our hallway is. So this is just an insane amount of water that's dripped down. So you can see how the water is just kind of flowed downward, and it's coming out of here. We have blue skies, so we need to take advantage of this because the rain will start again. So hopefully we can get this fixed. Pardon the interruption, but if you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps our channel grow. You'll see renovations, cute animals, garden porn, cooking, and sometimes we even leave the chateau and go somewhere. Now back to the video. We had another incident today. I asked you to check our daughter's room for any outlets that were out. And you found a crow in her bedroom.
There was a crow flying around.
Now tell us why the crow was flying around.
Well, so that crow came down 2 flights of a flue.
I have to go and scrub her room. He flew around and pooped a little bit. It's not bad.
So I wanted to share something small but important with you. As you guys know, over the past couple of years, caring for the feral cats here on our property has slowly grown into something long-term. You know, we have vet visits, sterilizations, food, and just the day-to-day reality of making sure they're okay. So in France, the simplest way to handle this properly is through something called an association. It's basically a small registered nonprofit, and it's structured in that it lets us keep the cat expenses separate. We can accept donations and pay the vets directly out of that account and also get discounts. Nothing changes day to day for the cats. You know, we're not starting a shelter or expanding what we do. This is just making things more transparent, more sustainable, and easier to manage long term. We've decided to make it official and register as an association. And since many of you have come to know some of them over time and have really donated generously, we thought it'd be nice to involve you in a small part of this. So we'd like you to help us choose a name for the association. So if you have any ideas, we'd love to hear them and let us know in the comments. And I came to this conclusion because I sent out a bunch of emails to various pet food companies, some small, some large, for food donations. Sometimes they have extra stock of cans that may have been damaged, that sort of thing. And as I suspected, most of the companies will only donate to registered associations. For now, if you want to, you can still donate and go to our GoFundMe or Buy Me a Coffee. The GoFundMe will eventually be shut down after our association is up and registered. Then we'll go ahead and set up a new donation page. So thanks again for all of your support. We still have a few cats to trap and neuter. We'll be buying some more cat houses and a couple of more cameras since they just don't seem to last. So spring is coming. That means there might be kittens. We want to get these cats spayed and neutered. It's super important to control the population.
So we were actually on the fence about whether or not to mention this next bit. That's because of how the comment section went in our last video. We compared healthcare costs and a few basic grocery items in the US and France. We didn't expect it to be controversial. I deleted some comments and blocked a few people who said some pretty awful things about us, and I don't do that often. And a lot of you showed up with thoughtful perspectives, and that's the whole point of a comment section. Debate is healthy, cruelty isn't.
So I think we're disappointed in those kind of comments and how divided people are and how angry everybody is.
It turns into middle school. There were a few comments that basically called us freeloaders. We're in France, not paying into the healthcare system, but we're benefiting from it. We do pay into the healthcare system, and we also pay income tax in France.
We also pay income tax in the United States.
Right. The US charges you income tax if you're a citizen, no matter where you live in the world.
I mean, we have a right to vote. We pay taxes. You know, we have ties to the United States. It's not like we've chosen one country over the other. We just happened to move to France.
This is the place where they have chateaus. We wanted to renovate a chateau. Yeah. It's like, you don't have too many choices.
I mean, in France, people love to debate about politics and that sort of thing, but they don't murder each other after the conversation.
People here are very happy, actually.
No, we're going to get comments that people are not happy. I'm French, I'm not happy. I don't know if we're making any sense, but we're just sick of this whole topic, and we've done it again, haven't we? So we're standing.
Back to what we do.
We're standing in front of the kitchen.
Right, which needs some TLC.
But this is real life. This is what's happening in our lives. And we're not going to start editing our reality based on who might argue in the comment section. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and if you have something to say, leave us a comment.